Hello everyone, back into today's second video. So we're going to have a look at some festivals and events for today's second video. We'd normally do this in the evening, but I think we're going to have to do Stormwatch this evening. So I had to pull back the festivals and events to earlier on in the day. So we're going to have a look at some events that are coming up over this weekend. Most of them are starting this today, actually. So we've got Kendal calling up in Cumbria. We've got Camp Bestival down in Dorset as well this weekend. Both of those events start today. Tomorrow, the Sunderland Air Show will get underway. We'll also have a look at next weekend's weather when we've got Bestival, the Bestival Festival taking place. I think Camp Bestival is kind of like a family-oriented festival that will be happening from this weekend to Sunday at Lorworth Castle in Dorset. But next weekend it's kind of like an adult festival, and that is just Bestival. So the upshot is I'm going to show you the weather for this weekend and next weekend for all of these events. So it did an update a couple of days ago, and this weekend at that point was generally looking dry and hot. Things have changed quite a lot now, so we're going to get a big breakdown to this heat wave coming along in the next day or so. Then over the weekend actually turns quite a lot cooler, a lot more showery than it looked like it would be a couple of days ago when we did the update for this weekend. And potentially on Sunday actually quite wet and autumnal. So there have been some quite dramatic changes with model output over the past couple of days. I'll talk you through it all right now. So we're going to start off today. This is the situation today when Kendal Calling and Camp Bestival are both getting underway. Kendal Calling will be taking place at Lowther Park in the Lake District in Cumbria, and then, as I say, Camp Bestival takes place at Lorworth down in Dorset. So this is the situation this afternoon. We've got high pressure over Scandinavia, we've got low pressure out of the Atlantic, and we're sucking up these very warm, hot, even very hot southerly southeasterly winds. There's our upper air temperatures this afternoon, and they are looking hot across the board, really particularly hot down in the southeast. 35 degrees, 95 Fahrenheit is possible across parts of East Anglia and southeast England this afternoon. But this is creating instability within the atmosphere. So through the course of the afternoon, we're going to see an increasing risk of heavy showers or thunderstorms starting to break out, particularly in a line through the afternoon into the evening across sort of central southern England to the Midlands and going up to northern England. Now, it looks like most of these storms for northern England are on the eastern side of the north of England. So in Cumbria, probably not too many storms, but we can't rule out a storm this evening for day one of Kendal Calling. There might also be a storm down across Dorset as well. So again, can't rule it out. It looks like the risk will be a little bit further east of Dorset, but again, we can't rule out the chance of some storms later on this afternoon or this evening there. And it's going to be a very hot afternoon as well. These are the afternoon temperatures that the GFS model is forecast. So it's going for a maximum of 33 degrees across East Anglia, but you can increase that to 35, I think, 95 in Fahrenheit. Widely down to the south, we're talking about temperatures into sort of the mid-20s Celsius at least, possibly the upper 20s Celsius. Remember, you're close to the south coast, so that will limit the temperature potential a bit, but a hot afternoon really across all of England and Wales. And we go up to Cumbria, and again it's looking quite hot there with temperatures probably mid to upper 20s Celsius. So that's tomorrow, Friday, day 2 of Kendal Calling, day 2 of Camp Bestival, and also the Sunderland Air Show will be getting underway as well. We've got the heat wave ongoing, high pressure over Scandinavia, low pressure in the Atlantic. Again, we're bringing up these hot southerly winds. A cold front is swinging in from off the Atlantic to try and clear and push away all of that hot and humid air, but it's going to take a while to do so. So these are the upper air temperatures for tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Very hot still in the east, really hot. Cooler air is beginning to move in off the Atlantic in towards Ireland, western fringes of the UK, and in between, got a lot of instability where showers or storms could be breaking out. That is the forecast of the GFS model for midday on Friday. So again, we've got a line of showers or storms through central southern England, up through the Midlands, going up towards northern England. They probably ease down in intensity through the morning. Might be quite a noisy night tonight for some of those central and eastern parts of the country by the way. Some further storms are possible overnight tonight. Generally easing down a little bit through the course of tomorrow morning, I think, but then probably pepping up through the afternoon. This is suggesting some really big storms close to northeast England. So for the Sunderland air show, it might all go bang tomorrow afternoon with some really big storms for day one of that. We're also bringing in a band of rain into the west, so that could bring some outbreaks of more persistent rain after the risk of early thunder for Kendal cooling in Cumbria. It looks mostly dry, though, down in Dorset. It looks as though most of these storms are generally to the east of Dorset, and then this rain is holding off until late in the day. So day two of Camp Bestival could be mainly dry, and it will be very warm or hot. It's going to be a hot day tomorrow. Temperatures again are being forecast to be around 32, 33 degrees. I think you'll increase that at least to 35. But bear in mind with these showers and storms around, there's be more cloud tomorrow as well. It might just cap the temperature a little bit for a few places, but it will be very hot, very humid, really whatever's going on. So for Sunderland, again, we're seeing temperatures up to the mid to up 20 Celsius, same for Kendal cooling, and probably even hotter than that, getting close to 30 degrees down towards Dorset as well. Bear in mind, again, if you're close to the coast, it will be that little bit cooler. But then it's all changed by Saturday. It's that thundery low and its cold front has swept through the country by the time we get through to Saturday, overnight Friday to Saturday, and that's turning wind into a much cooler and fresher west or southwest. There's the thundery low off the east coast of Scotland at 6 o'clock in the evening, but generally most places are seeing much cooler air moving in from off the Atlantic. Upper air temperatures still very warm in the far northeast, a heat wave being shunted up towards Scandinavia, but for the UK actually we're bringing in this cooler, fresher westerly flow from off the Atlantic. And we're in different air mass as well on Saturday, so that's producing heavy showers. Probably not thunderstorms, but generally heavy showers, might be rumbles of thunder and hail mixed in. This is precipitation forecast for Saturday afternoon. You see lots of showers being forecast for central and northern parts of the country. So for Kendal cooling, you might get quite a lot of rain on Saturday afternoon, heavy showers coming through there. Over on the east coast towards Sunderland, probably a bit protected, but there may be some showers that get through to there. And there could be showers, although they look a little bit lighter down across Dorset for day 3 of Camp Bestival as well. The real talking point will be the cooler temperatures. So we get rid of those 30 Celsius temperatures. We're going down into the low 20s, which is probably not that far from average, but it will feel significantly, really substantially cooler actually for western parts of the country. So in Cumbria, for example, Kendal cooling, where we've got those showers, temperatures are just into the mid-teens Celsius. In any sunny spells, they will pop up to around 20 degrees, but it'll certainly feel quite cool under those heavy showers. Over towards the eastern side of the country for the Sunderland air show, there we've probably got temperatures into below 20 Celsius because there'll be fewer showers getting through. And the same is true down in Lulworth for Camp Bestival. Again, temperatures low 20 Celsius because there's fewer showers. But for all of us, it will feel cooler and fresher on Saturday. And then we go through to Sunday, and we bring another little area of low pressure in from off the Atlantic around this main low pressure that is out in the Atlantic. So what that does increase the upper air temperatures a little bit. So there's a warm sector associated with that low. But look at all this rain piling in from off the Atlantic. We haven't seen this for a very, very long time. And unfortunately for anybody that's going to these events, particularly Kendal cooling and Camp Bestival, you have been really quite unlucky with this, because this is a proper band of wet, windy Atlantic weather that's moving in across the country on Sunday. It's been many weeks, probably months, since we've had a band of wind and rain moving through the country like this. So this is Sunday afternoon when we've got outbreaks of rain forecast for many parts of the country, spreading from west to east, driven in by quite a strong westerly wind. Eventually it does clear back to sunshine and showers in the north and the west. And look at those temperatures. So under the persistent rain, we're barely into the mid-teens Celsius. It will actually feel a little bit autumnal if that comes off. With persistent rain, dull skies and quite strong winds, it will be a real shock to the system. In any sunny spells, because it's July, it's going to get warmer. So in any sunny spells, you're going to be up to around 20 or 21 degrees, but it is certainly a very, very different weekend that we've got coming up this weekend. So for Kendal cooling, the final day of Kendal cooling, it looks like it's going to be wet and windy through the course of the morning, and then turning brighter, sunshine and showers in the afternoon. Temperatures sort of mid to upper teens Celsius. For the Sunderland air show, probably dry in the morning, but turns wet through the course of the afternoon. Temperatures might get to around 20 or 21 degrees in the morning sunshine, but then dropping back into the mid-teens Celsius out of the persistent outbreaks of rain. And for the final day of the Camp Bestival down in Dorset, again, temperatures in any sunny spells will get to around 20 or 21 degrees. They're most likely early in the morning and then again later in the afternoon. But in between, when we have that persistent rain, temperatures barely into the mid-teens Celsius, and it will feel quite cool. And then we go through to the following weekend. So this takes us from the 2nd through to the 5th of August. And it's all changed again, because although we have this more unsettled, dare I say, slightly autumnal feeling weekend, by the time we get through to the end of next week, high pressure has built back and it's bringing another heat wave with it. So this is for day one of Bestival, which will again be taking place at Lulworth, and high pressure is there across the country. Upper air temperatures are becoming warmer under that high pressure. It's universally dry across the whole of the country as well. Temperatures are lifting up, going back to the upper 20s Celsius, so dry, very warm, and sunny conditions. And then that takes into day 2 of Camp Bestival, which is Friday, Bestival I should say, which is Friday 3rd of August. Again, the high pressure is there. It's over the top of the UK, dominating weather. Upper air temperatures becoming hotter. Universally dry across the country, so down in Dorset, again looking at a dry, hot day there. Temperatures close to the south coast, probably sort of low to mid-20s, but inland you're going to be up to around 30 degrees, that's 86 in Fahrenheit. And then we go through to day 3 of Bestival, which is Saturday the 4th of August. The high pressure is rooted, it's anchored over top of the country. Upper air temperatures are hot down in the south. Lots of dry weather. It does show a few showers for Scotland and Northern England, but for England and Wales, basically it's a dry, sunny, hot day. Temperatures are getting hotter, so we could be up to around 32 degrees, 90 Fahrenheit again, by Saturday the 4th of August. Close to south coast again, obviously near the coast, so it will limit the temperature potential a little bit, but it looks dry, fine and hot. And then the final day of Bestival looks like that. It's Sunday 5th of August, day 4 of Bestival, ends with high pressure centred over top of the country. Heat wave continues. It's becoming more intense, if anything, that heat. It's another dry day across England and Wales. Temperatures at least sort of mid to upper 20s Celsius, if not into the low 30s or possibly higher. So a more unsettled weekend this weekend. It looks like all of our events for this weekend will be impacted at some point by some rain. We're looking at thunderstorms to break down the heat waves, starting with just scattered storms this afternoon, this evening, and then getting more widespread tomorrow. By the weekend, the heat will be gone. We'll be in a cooler and fresher air mass, which brings risk of showers for all of these events on Saturday, and particularly for Kendal cooling. I mean, by the time you get through to Sunday, probably more persistent spells of rain, and feeling really quite cool as well on Sunday for the final day of our events. By the time you get through to next weekend, it looks much drier and hotter again. Right, so that's your events and festivals update done and dusted. Later on this afternoon, we're going to have a look at the weather for the next week to 10 days in detail, and then this evening, I think we'll be updating Stormwatch. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.